you have to do to counteract that?
We just got to stick together as a team.
How do you feel about your play so far in this series, guys?
As long as we stick together as a team, we'll be all right.
What happened before you carry after
As long as we stick together as a team, we'll be all right.
Experience in the playoffs before you were a forward, is it any different in the playoffs now? I mean, going with it as a defenseman?
Nope. As long as we stick together as a team, we'll be all right.
What's led you to take this stance today?
We're a team. We stick together. We don't quit at each other.
You don't sense any personal responsibility or element to what's happening?
As long as we're a team, we're together.
What did you like about the way that this group played last night? How you guys played? It's a little bit of a different game than what this meeting.
We stuck together and we battled.
The rest of today and tomorrow, how much of it is you and Charlie and Pascal with what you do, or how much of it is just going to be left to the players?
Full and complete confidence in the coaches, or in the players, in that room. And I probably don't tell you everything that happens in that room. It's still a 5-man on the ice game. So our expectations of him are to move that puck, close out in his own end. And for the most part, he's been able to do that up until last night. At the end of the day, he wasn't standing beside the guy rifling it into the net. So you want to be a little careful before you take the stat sheet and decide on his game. Penalty he can't take. He's been like the rest of us. There's just been good parts to his game, and there's parts he's got to get better at.
Like to the media, it looks like a lack of maturity and accountability.
Right.
Is that just media relations, or what's he like? What's important is what he's like behind closed doors. So can you illuminate that?
I'm just trying to put. You're asking me what Dustin's like behind closed doors based on something that pissed you off.
No. Does perception, that creates a perception? Is that an accurate perception? What is the real Dustin
I
Byfuglien?
think part of it's fairly accurate. Not your assessment of. I think he's got an awesome sense of humor. You won't like that. Don't underestimate the investment that players make. So here's where I'm losing this argument before it even starts. You're going to find one of the 650 other NHL players would have handled that nicely and been contrite, and everybody would have thought that was good. He's a very, very competitive man. Not particularly happy about the result. More than anything else, wants to win badly. Did everything we asked him to do it. So he doesn't like the fact that he has to speak to the media today. And I'm reading the Twitter pop-ups. The guy makes so much money, he should be happy to stand in front of the media, talk to them. And there's a certain dynamic there between media and some players that you feel that he has the absolute obligation to come out and answer for everything because of the gift and the joy it is to play professional sports and the amount of money that a man would make. And at some point, as a competitive man, he has the right to come out here and say that. I want you to fully appreciate the number of F-bombs that he dropped on you in the back of his brain that didn't come out. Out of a sense of civility that he is, he's a kind and civil and giving man. So the fact that he didn't tell you how he really felt, I think, is maturity. I'm not winning this argument. I'll get killed for that. But when a guy comes out, I don't care. There have been lots of days that I've come out and wanted to tell you where I'd like to invite all of you to do. It has nothing to do with you personally. And nothing. It's just you're not in a good mood that day. You don't want to talk about it. Somebody 3,000 miles away has told you, you have to do this, and somebody's getting fined, and we might. But he did do what he had to do. He spoke to the media. You didn't like the answer. He'll probably get over that. I absolutely love the guy. I've moved him up front, back. He scored, overtime winner against Minnesota. He keeps that room light, and he's not perfect. So he makes mistakes on the ice. I deal with them. We talk. he came out and has the right to say what he wants to, and I'm jealous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd love to be able to come up and have one of those days. I'd love. I get about 5 answers in my head to every question that's asked, and they just pop in. And one of them is so profane and inappropriate, like my parents would disown me even at my age. Now, my dad maybe not so much. I learned most of it from him. But it's just I would love, and you know what? You'd probably enjoy it too. You'd think it'd be a nice break from the bull that I'm firing out most days. So I'm a little jealous. I wish he'd come out. No, I don't. I'm glad he came out and did what he did. It's not perfect, and sometimes things aren't right, but that's Dustin. We love him.